It's time for the NBA, live on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And joining us on the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Here we go.
And the Cavaliers start out with the ball. Pass to Garland. Mitchell with it. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. When Donovan Mitchell, Greg, is on the floor, he is the offense.
Yeah, and that goes beyond just his ridiculous scoring. It gets overlooked that he's also a skilled passer. So one way or another, Mitchell is finding points out there.
And so Garland will bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Allen surveying the D.
With his length and athleticism and basketball smarts, how about the contest by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander? Excellent defense.
Cavaliers with the rebound.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
Out to the wing. Here's Allen. Clock at 6. A three from Strus. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And that'll start us off already. You can feel the tension in this arena.
You get the sense there is a level of intensity right out of the gates. What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. When it comes to the game's elite scorers, Doris, Donovan Mitchell is certainly on that list.
And Kevin, there's no question about it. He's a proven playoff performer, a natural leader who doesn't mind a team leaning into his scoring ability. And the beauty is he can do it in a lot of different ways.
Pass to Holmgren. Dort wide open. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Boy, tremendous job having hands ready, feet prepared. Catch and shoot opportunity for Lu Dort is good.
Here's Mitchell. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
How high was Donovan Mitchell? How pretty was that dunk? My goodness.
Pass to Hartenstein. It's stolen by Allen. Outside Garland. Strus in the corner. Now Garland. Mobley is screened. And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's foul number 2 for him.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Now here's Garland. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Timeout, timeout. The toughness of Darius Garland on display. Wants to finish through contact and get the bucket.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. And Greg, the Cavaliers in recent years establishing a defensive identity.
Yeah, they do a great job of locking down the paint, Kevin, forcing teams to shoot over the top and just vacuuming up those misses.
It's good.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Now, here's Mitchell. Hunter on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Takes the 3. Drops in the tray.
A very consistent three-point shooter. Hunter shoots it well from there because of how confident he is.
Pass to Holmgren. Over Mitchell. No good on the shot.
Well, defenses are content to give up the mid-range, right? It's not the high percentage restricted area or the 3. You can see they're prepared to give up that shot.
And so Caruso will bring up the ball for Oklahoma City. It's a 5-point game. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Jalen Williams is a do-it-all dynamo for the Thunder. Coach Mark Daigneault said, we've cross-matched him onto centers. He'll shift him to a point guard. It's hard to explain how impactful that is for you. You have a great offensive player that you're also moving all over the lineup. Kevin?
DA, the versatility. That is pretty special.
And they know for next time, don't let him establish position down low.
Coaches call that doing your work early. If you are there defensively, it really does not allow for him to establish that kind of excellent positioning down low.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Holmgren. Comes up empty down low. On the wing, Mitchell. And it's Allen slamming it down.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Cavaliers on top, up by 5. And back with the start. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And taking a look at the Cavaliers. Performance here. What do you guys see?
Well, credit their anticipation skills on the defensive end. They forced a number of turnovers.
And a few of those led to quick scores at the other end. Really active first quarter for them.
2 points. That one goes. Gilgeous-Alexander's got the opening field goal of the second quarter for the Thunder. Doris, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has a chance to go down as one of the greatest Canadian basketball players ever.
Kevin, that is a bold statement when you consider that the great Steve Nash, 2-time MVP and one of the best passers in the history of the game, is of Canadian descent. But this guy, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, is putting together quite the resume. Let's just hope he can sustain that stardom.
And Okoro pulls it down.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with the rebound. On the wing, Wallace. The wide open look here for Caruso. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. Cleveland leading by 3. Outside, Green. Okoro with it. Nothing on the board. Cleveland moving it around. Here's Hunter. Thunder with the rebound. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And Williams with the stuff.
Well, this is the kind of pass that gets everyone excited. It's also how you build great team chemistry.
And here is Okoro. It's blocked. An even 3-on-3 break. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. One guy who now seems to be a perennial MVP candidate, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Doris. He is rocketing up the charts.
He is, Kevin. There's no doubt about it. He can consistently put 30 on you like it's absolutely nothing. He gives you everything else as well, including incredible leadership and great teammate skills.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. The Cavaliers trailing. Out left to the wing. Now Strus. Hunter the screen. Pass to Jerome. 6 to shoot. And here's Strus for 3. Good on the triple. Strus has got 6.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
This guy is such an explosive athlete. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander goes straight to the cup.
Here's Garland. Here's Jerome. Still without a basket. Oh, and here comes Gilgeous-Alexander all alone.
I'll tell you, this is what you get for being careless with Lou Dort in your vicinity. This guy takes it away with ease. .144 left here in the second. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. Doris, I know the NBA is considering using technology to help officiate out of bounds and goaltending. Do you have a problem with that? You know, Kev, at the end of the day, I think it is about getting the calls right. If there's a way to lift the load off these officials, even if it's around the margins, why not try it?
The Cavaliers trail by 4. Pass to Mobley. Mitchell in the corner. And there's the drive. And a great assist by Allen as that one goes in.
Well, Donovan Mitchell off the bounce, able to put pressure on that dribble drive. That is a nice-looking move.
For 3, Holmgren.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
And Mitchell gets it to go.
From three-point range, Donovan Mitchell attacks with reckless abandon. He'll just keep firing, folks.
Gilgeous-Alexander, good. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, it reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Spins. Back to Dort. Just 5 to shoot. To the inside. And the dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And this is SGA's role. He's out here to score and score often.
Pass to Mitchell. Then Mitchell at the dunk.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Here's Holmgren. There's the triple. It's good from long range. Holmgren's got the lead up to 4 now for the Thunder.
Well, for a big man, his stroke is just beautiful, and because of the height, it's so hard to challenge.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, guys, has been on display for Oklahoma City. He totaled 14 points in the quarter. He's given them all the offense they need right now. And we'll be right back after this. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Oklahoma City leading by 4. Well, the ascension of Jalen Williams, Doris, has been swift and very fun to watch.
Oh, absolutely, Kevin. He became very quickly in his second season a number 2 option and frankly borderline 1A option. And it's not just his offensive game, Kevin. This guy has become a stout defender. He's got the perfect NBA frame and he fits in personality-wise.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. And the Thunder making a switch here. Right side, Gilgeous-Alexander. That's in for his 8th bucket tonight. A hot 8 for 11 shooting so far.
Well, let's remember that at 6'6", Shai Gilgeous-Alexander can more than handle himself near the cup.
And it's Strus missing. Oklahoma City leading by 6. Well, DB, it didn't take long, did it, for Holmgren to live up to his draft status?
Holmgren, Kevin, was an immediate impact player on both ends of the floor. At his size, to be able to shoot with range and the rim protection he provides, it was absolutely worth the wait for his team. This young man has got a toughness that has shocked even me. Boy, you think about the size and skill set that should allow Chet Holmgren to be very good for a very long time.
Mitchell in the corner. Back to Strus. Just 4 to shoot. From downtown, the Cavaliers again can't hit. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. Shoots the 3. Rebounded by Allen. And the Cavaliers with possession here. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
And stolen by Williams. Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. The 3. Evan Mobley with the rebound. The Cavaliers trail by 9. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, the Thunder take it one step at a time. All-star Shai Gilgeous-Alexander says, I think we all stay in the moment, and that's why we've been able to get better. Attack the day, the program in front of us. We all have the right intentions and want to win at the end of the day. Kevin?
And that attitude growing by leaps and bounds. Thank you, David.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the paint.
Well, you love that he wants to wear out the defense. What a catalyst for his team. Incredible.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Doris, do you think the Oklahoma City Thunder has the best young core in the NBA?
Well, they are absolutely loaded with talent, Kevin. Not only that, they fit together. Now they've got a perennial MVP because Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has inserted himself into the best player in the game conversation and a rising star in Chet Holmgren. Look out.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. On the wing, Williams. He has yet to score. And the dunk by Hartenstein.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there? There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
Ever since halftime, they've played precision basketball on the offensive end.
I got to believe that's something the coach talked to them about at the halftime. They have valued each possession. But he is so efficient, so productive. But for them to have real success, he needs help.
G.A., you look how Garland can create for himself. Very good off the catch or the bounce.
So deadly off of those high pick and rolls because he can dribble into that three. A playmaker that can do that is a headache. Garland knows how to create that space and get his looks.
It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Stolen by Mitchell. Down low. Allen. And then Allen slams it in.
Jared Allen has length and athleticism, and that's an easy opportunity. Wow.
Pass to Hartenstein. There's 42 seconds left in the third quarter. Shot clock at 6. Wallace outside. Drills it from outside. Wallace has got 5 points now in the quarter.
The three-pointer becomes a very high percentage shot when he's that wide open. You better get a hand in his face.
Left side, Williams. Wallace outside. Back to Wiggins. Sweet move. And the layup is up and in. Wiggins has got the lead up to 14 now for the Thunder.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
And so it's Oklahoma City sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the... And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And so Garland will bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. They trail by 14. Pass to Strus. For the three. The shot, no good. Wiggins tries in. And Wiggins throws it down.
And not the prototype power forward,
but he has tremendous athletic ability.
Here's Jerome, and it's denied. Joe with it. Oklahoma City moving it around. To the middle. Here's Williams. Great pass to set up the lay-in. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Thunder.
They've been active defensively, rotating well, and then also closing out on shots. It's resulted in a number of blocks.
Well, such a clever penetrator. Darius Garland sees a lane and takes advantage.
And the dunk by Hartenstein.
Unselfishness can be infectious. Terrific teamwork.
Garland with it, and it's Wallace picking him up. Pass to Jerome. That's good, and it's Garland with the assist.
Well, that possession to me highlights the importance of creating for your teammates.
Now, Joe. To the paint. Stolen by Garland. And the foul called on Cason Wallace. That is his first foul of the game. And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. And it's Strus missing. The Thunder leading by 16. And Darius Garland picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Left side, Gilgeous-Alexander. And there's another one for the Thunder.
But Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is a thirsty scorer, and if you concede the mid-range, he'll take it.
Pass to Strus. Back to Mitchell. Now Strus. Garland with it. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Mobley outside. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Shoots over Garland. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 this quarter.
Well, that's SGA in a nutshell right there. Quickness, length, guile, finishing on the interior.
And then Mitchell with the dunk.
Oh, Kevin, not a petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunnies.
Looking to close it out. That one might have been the backbreaker.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
The Thunder leading by 20. And Darius Garland picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander connects from three-point range. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 29.
Well, that's an opportunistic three-point shot from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He liked the look of it.
Back to Mitchell. .133 left here in the fourth.
Oh, that's unbelievable.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Oklahoma City.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised. Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
A second chance effort. Stolen by Dort. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Darius Garland picks one up.
Well, the tremendous length at the guard spot that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander presents is a problem for a lot of defensive players.
Good on the second free throw. And Doris, the Cavs had a very successful 23-24 season. 47 wins and the #4 seed in the East.
And Kevin winning a playoff series, their first one without LeBron James since 1993. Most of the players on the floor weren't even alive back then. Incredible to think of it in that context.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
And I couldn't agree more. What makes it that much more impressive, they're doing it on the road.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Basket good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 40 points.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
Boy, just sheer dominance, the ability to step into enemy territory and flat out take over. This is impressive.
Driving the lane. The basket is good off the assist from Williams.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score,